And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to welcome the former IBA Cruiserweight Champion of the world. He is the current bare knuckle heavyweight title holder, a bare knuckle legend at 72-0, all knockouts. His record in gloved boxing also impressive at 21-6 with 18 KOs. He's battled with the likes of James Toney, Enzo Maccarinelli, Glenn Johnson, and others. From Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, Bobby, the Celtic Warrior, Gunn.
First and foremost, I feel like deja vu. Didn't we do this before?
Yeah.
I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus, for my blessings in life. I want to give a shout out to my team members right now. George Kokalanius, Al Roth, Pops, Joe Mack, Dave Philman, my boy, my nephew, Scott Bird, Joe Curcio. You can't name them all. I love yous all. My life is a crazy life story. I grew up hard and quick and mean, and no one ever had me nothing, did they, Dave? Had a hard old go with it. I'm a proper gypsy man. I'm a travel boy. No one ever doubted where no one give me credit where I could be in life. No one had me nothing. I fought harder than coffin nails. My people, where I come from, my people, my race of people, the gypsies, we're harder than coffin nails. All dogs are dogs, but they all have the same canine blood, right? But there's different breeds. There's poodles, chihuahuas, and there's pit bull dogs. And I'm a fighting pit bull dog. I fight to the death. There's no man born of a mother that I took a background in my life. And I'm coming February 17th. Now listen, I've had aggravated backgrounds. My last fight didn't turn the way I wanted it to be because my heart was knocked out. This man went another way. It was problems with the fight. What happens is business. But he motivates me to fight an all-time great. Not 10, not top 10, probably top 5 best fighter that ever lived. Like Sugar Ray Robinson, Leonard, and Muhammad's man is ultimate champion in the world. And the man walks in, the world knows him. And I'm fighting him. An old gypsy boy from Canada, Bobby Gunn. I come to fight him, and I'm going to give my best to him. In February 17th, everybody in the world, not just the state's beautiful, Delaware, I'm here to be here, but I tell everybody to come to this beautiful state, support this state. This event is going to be non-forgettable. And to the critics that have something to say, show up the 17th and they'll go home a whole different point of view.
Sure.
And I tell you right, sure as that sun rises tomorrow, my name's Bobby Gunn, and Roy Jones will never forgive me the rest of his life. Fair play, dear Roy. Fair play, dear Roy.
Thank you, Bobby. Next, we'll hear from Team Roy Jones Jr. We invite to the mic Special Advisor Lee Fuselier.
How you guys doing? I wasn't prepared to do a speech today, but Bobby Gunn obviously is a warrior, and I hope he knows that we're not done fighting either, and we'll be here February 17th, and we're going to bring it, and we'll put on a good show. So we'll see you guys February 17th.
All right.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a future Hall of Famer who needs no introduction, a legend, one of the all-time greats to ever lace up the gloves. 64 victories, only 9 defeats, 46 wins coming by way of knockout, a 10-time world title holder who won victories over the likes of Hopkins and Trinidad, Tony, Tarver, and Ruiz, the former middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight champion of the world from Pensacola, Florida, Roy Jones Jr.
Thank you. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here and deal with myself. And like he said, first we have to thank God for giving us the opportunity to come fellowship and share this room together and just to have the opportunity to do what we do. We've been very blessed in everything that we've done. We've created a legacy that will be probably unmatchable in most cases. But to get two guys who have legacies that are like we have into a boxing ring or into an arena period together is a remarkable thing. So to see the fight happen on February 17th is a great thing for me, and I just got to thank God again that it's finally taking place. So thank you for that. I am a person who has to answer a billion questions as of why, but I'm gonna tell you why. I don't fight for myself. I fight because this is what God blessed me to do. I don't care what the outcome is. I'm just like fighting. When I step in the ring, kill or die. I don't care how it goes. I'm just happy to be there. So I can kill, I can die. I wouldn't give a care either way. You feel me? And people misunderstand that part about me. But to have a place like Delaware who's starving for activities and who needs it, I mean, you guys have the likes of the Michael Spinks and the Bernard Hopkins and Milligan. And you mean, his uncle beat James Turner before I did. Dave Tyree beat James Turner before I did. So it's wonderful boxing background right here in Wilmington, Delaware. You understand me? And with that being said, I always do things the opposite of what people expect or want me to do. They never expected that I would be a silver medalist, should have been gold in the 1980 Olympics at 156 pounds, one day fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world. But I did that, and that's all because of the grace of God, not because of me. So nobody ever expected I would come to Wilmington, Delaware and fight anybody. But I promised him a long time ago that if the opportunity ever came, I would give him the opportunity because if nobody else deserves it, he does. And as you see, and as he sees, and as everybody else sees, we are right here making the fight take place right now. Why? Because first of all, I'm a man of my word. You ain't got a word, you ain't got nothing.
Right.
That's what people have to understand.
Right.
So when you say you're gonna do something, I don't care how it comes, you should do everything in your effort to do that. And I did tell him, if ever given the opportunity, everything worked out properly, people did what they say they were gonna do, we would make the fight happen. As you see, we're making the fight happen. And yeah, I got a list of 1,000 people tell me I should quit and you shouldn't be fighting and you this and you that. Well, you know, it's a little kid, I think his name is Ed Brown, just got murdered in Chicago the other day, 25 years old. You know, I mean, there's so many bad things happening. That could happen to anybody. So if I was to pack it in and be at the club hanging out, that could happen to me. But because I made this man a promise, I can't be at the club hanging out, because this is a killer. I'm not stupid. So I gotta be somewhere getting in shape. You understand me? So that keeps me from out of places where I don't want to be or where I probably shouldn't be. Because 9 times out of 10, I know a lot of us don't really preach it, or the kids don't get to hear it much anymore, but most of the time when a tragic event takes place, the loose bullet usually gets who? The one who's least likely, that should have at least been there. The kid who has a future tomorrow, he's the one get caught. Why? Because he shouldn't have been there. You understand me? So if I got an option to go and hang out, drink, or party, or do whatever I do, or get myself in shape to see if I can muster up what it takes to shock the world once again, what do you think my choice gonna be? I want to shock the world. So come September and February 17th, I'm trying to shock the world again. I don't care what the critics say, they're gonna talk about me. I don't care. They didn't give me life, God did. And that's who can take it away. Until then, I'll be seeing y'all in a pair of gloves February 17th.